Good afternoon, Chris Whelan here from Chris Whelan Coaching. You can't see it right now, you can only see the car, but let me just turn it around briefly. That is the bottom of Colonial Knob. I've just come down the hill, and as I was walking up, it struck me that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of life's adversities. If you're in business, if you are in any leadership position, if you're in life and you've been around for a little while, you've hit adversity at some point. And the reality is we've all learnt that, we know that. And I wanted to talk to you about that, because it strikes me that adversity is nothing new. It's not a big deal. You've just got to deal with it. And as a business person, and if you listen to this as a business person, that's who the people I want to speak to about this. When we find these bumps in the road, when we find the adversity, we need to know how to deal with them. So as I was walking up the hill earlier, you can see it's raining now. I'm a little bit wet. As I was walking up the hill, it struck me that it's pretty steep. I think I passed the marker for 700 steps as I was going up, and there's a few more. I might have missed the 800th, but it's probably somewhere between 700 and 800 steps. Bottom line is that it's pretty steep, and it was pretty intense. And it struck me that in business it's very similar. There's a few things that if you get it right, you fly, but if you get it wrong, you battle. I came up here and I realized I'd probably over-prepared, right? And why is that relevant? Well, I had a couple of apples, 2 water bottles, some scroggin, way more than I needed, because it's not a big expedition. But what I do know is there's some things that you really want to make sure you get right in business and in life. And for me, going into a new place, I hadn't been here before, going into a new place, right? Absolutely do my due diligence. Number one, make sure that I've done as much research as I possibly can. If you're in business, you want to be doing the same. If you're running a new project, or you going off to a different part of the market, even if you're just business as usual, and we just started a new financial year, make sure you've done your due diligence for the following year. So that's point number one. Absolutely make sure you've done your due diligence. Number two, and it's kind of just about going up a hill really, you want to make sure that you absolutely are resilient, right? People that aren't resilient are going to battle, right? We're all going to come into times will be tough, and times will be different, and if you're surfing and the waves going in your direction, surf as long as you can, but expect that there will be bumps in the road. So that issue of resilience. So number one, due diligence. Number two, the issue of resilience. Number three, excuse me, you would need to make sure you've got a decent plan. Now, Colonial Knob is not the Wild West. It's not out there in the wilderness. However, if you were in a situation where you've never been in before, but you've done your due diligence, but you really want to make sure you've got a robust plan to know how you're going to get from the bottom of the hill to the top, how you're going to launch your marketing, how you're going to run your business, how you're going to tackle a new market, how you're going to increase your profit. You need to know those things and have a good plan in place to allow you to do it. As an aside, you also want to make sure you've got metrics so that you know where you've got to be in the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 36 months to get to the top of whichever hill you're aiming at in business. And knowing those metrics are vital, because then you know you're on track, right? And same as this morning going up here, I knew where I needed to be at what time. Unfortunately, I timed it a little bit wrong because I was sitting at the top and it started bucketing with rain, but be that as it may. So do your due diligence, be resilient, have a plan, know the numbers to get to where you want to be, so you can test and measure that you're going in the right direction. What else was I going to say? Oh, the other thing is, the plan is great, right? But no plan or no strategy survives first contact. As soon as you get onto the ground, things will change. And so make sure you've actually got a little bit of backup, you've got a little bit of resilience, a little bit of plan B, if you like. And I think it's absolutely vital to have the right process in place. Great plan is fine, but if you don't execute it properly and you haven't got good systems and processes, and I'm not talking about tech systems, I'm talking about business systems, things that help you to get your business from A to B, Monday to Friday, and plan for the next week, right? If you've got decent business systems in place, as with going up on a hike, or as with any sport, because business often can be compared to a sport, if you've got good systems in place, that's, I think, the fourth or the fifth point. You want to really make sure that you use them and that they're not just in your head, that they're actually articulated, your entire team knows about it. And that then takes me to the next point. Make sure, as if you're going out into the wild, that you take people with you, right? I don't mean that you must do everything together all the time, but what I do mean is a great business is run by excellent systems, no question of it. But those excellent systems need good people to run them. It's no good having systems that are stuck up in a cupboard and no one uses them. It's also no good having people that are good, but they don't have a system to run with. So make sure that when you run your business, you're taking good people, you're training them on the systems, you're taking them with you, and you're taking them with you on the journey, right? So your vision to get to the top of the hill, your vision is to build a $20 million business, or your vision is to have more time with your family. Make sure that your team understands what your vision is for the business and the purpose of being in business in the first place, right? So for me this morning, going up the hill, it's about getting out into nature. It's about being in what is a very special place for me. It's about having thinking time. Now that's my shortest answer, get to the top of the hill. But if you're running a business, why did you get into it in the first place? What purpose are you there? What greater problem are you solving? Give your team that inspiration, right? And do that, and they'll go along with you on the journey. So what have I said? Resilience, due diligence, making sure you've got your team in place, making sure you've got a decent process, you've got a good plan, that you executed well. And I suppose that's really the final point. You need to make sure you take action. If you don't take action, and it's just not going to work. Now, today, it's raining, right? There will be times in your business where it's raining as well. And let's face it, the economic conditions that we've been sitting in for the last little while have been tough. My absolute suggestion to you is train in the rain, right? Get out there, no matter what's going on, keep taking the step. Monday morning, get up with enthusiasm and go at it. And make sure that you set the example for everyone else in your team. Do that and your business will keep stepping in the right direction too. I hope this has been beneficial to you. Certainly very informal, as I say, just come down the mountain. But I do want to make the point that business is very much like a sport. And whether you're in business, whether you're in a leadership role, or as I say, not that it's just any person that's been out there, we know there's adversity, we know there's uphills, but keep stepping and keep taking advantage of it. If you have any questions, grab some time in my diary. There's a link down below. Grab some time in my diary and let's make sure that this works in your business as well. Have a fantastic Good Friday day. Halfway up the hill, I ran into someone and I said, how bad can life be? It's Good Friday. There's a lot of reason to celebrate. Have a blessed Easter. Chat soon. All the best. Bye-bye.